Yeah, look at your teeth. Why are you talking right? Look at your teeth. You got Autobots finding the Decepticons like,
Massive day for the unemployed. Is it the end of PackGod? Everyone's turning on him, and what did he do? Literally nothing. Kids just matured from 3rd grade into 4th grade. So this video hit the 2nd tower, PackGod, Lord of Corny, and yeah, it kind of destroyed the illusion.
every time you want your father to show you affection, you need to insert 300 Chuck E. Cheese tickets into his butt crack.
Baba Bowie.
WestJett.
What is up, day traders and 5th graders? WestJett 605, Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about everybody turning on PackGod. Oh, and literally 0% of your subscribes. Be sure to subscribe, yeah. And you know what? It'd be so easy to just sit here on my high horse and talk about how PackGod is corny and how his editing does all of the heavy lifting, but I'm not gonna do that in this video. But let's not lie to ourselves. You know, PackGod is corny and is carried by his editing, but that's the point.
Because they all have the exact same vibe as walking into a middle school with the loud, unfunny sound effects, constant yelling, and seizure-inducing. As walking into a middle school,
You just answered your own question. Middle school. You're literally analyzing videos that are targeted towards children. I'm sorry, but if you're above the age of like 12 and you watched a PackGod video and instantly didn't see it was scripted and like just, you know, entertainment, you're kind of a, you know, a lost cause.
I also find it really funny that over on his Roblox channel PackBlocks, which is super cool and epic to have,
Dude, you're not even the target audience. That's like me looking at Black Little Mermaid and being like, how does she swim?
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
is disguising the fact that what you're really seeing when you consume content from the PackGod channel
is a recording of a Discord call. And when you cut out the aids, it is extremely awkward.
The editing is definitely what carries the water for these videos, but is that really such an insane observation? And the funny thing is, I feel like PackGod himself never declared himself as some kind of god of roasting. Like, he's pretty self-aware and knows these videos are kind of cringe. He even left a comment on the video roasting him. His name is PackGod, and he can't package his comment into something smaller. Ha ha ha.
Mods.
Packing overall is meant to be corny. The whole comedy is in how stupid it is. I purposely picked King as my PFP and made my name PackGod as an ironic joke. Trust me when I say I don't actually think I'm some sort of roast god or these packs are genuinely career-ending. The sudden wave in hate would make you think he like molested somebody. Like, people are turning on him harder than people turned on Dr. Disrespect. They turn it on him like they did on Leafy when iDub said he had no chin. If you're a kid watching this, just know you matured past his content. You know, you outgrew it. Just because you liked it in the past doesn't make it trash. You don't have to be gaslit into hopping on the bandwagon on hating on this guy. Like, PackGod's a good guy, you know, he's probably funding like half of Bangladesh's GDP with his editors.
PackGod's roasts are abysmal dog shit.
No swearing, I need my ad revenue.
They start off with basic insults about his opponent's appearance, or possibly their actions if they're a notorious enough figure, and then devolve into Mad Lib's nonsense extremely quickly.
And don't get me wrong, I'm like Unk myself. I'm one bad day from day drinking, and like, honestly, isn't that what the whole point of quote-unquote Discord packing is? Just to kind of say a bunch of nonsensical garbage? From my perspective, the point of a PackGod video isn't to have a Dr. K psychoanalysis on like the person's character and their inner psyche. It's just to like, you know, have fun and say stuff. Even less funny than a PackGod roast is somebody breaking down a PackGod roast, and this is what this guy did next.
From PackGod vs. Discord Furry, we have the incredible "Stop Playing With Me Boy." You sexually identify as an unsolved Rubik's Cube. You made an NFT of your grandma twerking on a pickle. You tried turning your dishwasher into a Bitcoin.
It's just a bunch of like random slop. Like, you could probably see all of this set in like a Moist Critical video.
First off, a solved Rubik's Cube is much closer to an actual rainbow than an unsolved one.
Bro, we already know he's corny. You don't gotta break down his bars, GDS style.
As far as the NFT bar, it would be much more impactful if you compared the furry's likeness to that of an actual NFT. Therefore, the burn would be more impactful using a direct comparison.
I don't want to be that guy, but like, humor is subjective, you know? I could say Obama, Keanu Reeves, Big Chungus, and like 2 different people might find it funny for 2 different reasons. In my humble opinion, PackGod doesn't really deserve much hate because he's never claimed to be something he's not. He's self-aware. He doesn't really have a big ego. Anyway, this explaining section of the video was about as hard to watch as an actual PackGod video, so, you know, props, credit where credit is due.
This is not real bullying. This is made for entertainment purposes only, which is code for this video is fake.
Holy, somebody get this guy on the Enigma machine.
Clearly prearranged setups. PackGod vs. Emo Girl promoting their Instagrams. PackGod vs. Emo Girl 2 promoting their e-dating Discord. PackGod vs. Cosplaying E-Girl promoting their TikTok. Her mom walked in promoting her YouTube.
Seems like the illusion's been broken, you know, it's not looking too good for PackGod, and, you know, he himself addressed that. The reason why I have to put the social media ats of people in the description is because I have to get people's consent to post the videos, and a lot of the time, the only way they will allow it is if I plug them. You know, benefit of the doubt, it's actually a pretty decent explanation. You know, he doesn't want any, like, legal troubles or anything. Again, whether they be scripted or not, these videos aren't designed for 20-year-olds.
Considering the character he uses to represent himself is that of King from One Punch Man, a character that in the story, everyone thinks is really cool and awesome, but in reality, is a total fraud.
How is this a gotcha, though? Like, the guy knew who King was when he made it his profile pic. On the WestJett channel, we're known for our due diligence, and I found out he's 5'10", so, you know, the only thing he's packing is a lunch in his Mickey Mouse lunchbox. Sorry, you are not a Sigma, buddy. Everybody knows you gotta be at least 6 feet. Yeah. Short King's real angry right now, and all I gotta say is cope.
You cannot portray yourself as a Sigma Fonk, untouchable rap god, while at the same time producing rap songs sponsored by Opera GX.
I really hate to say it, but, you know, still better than Kendrick Lamar's whole discography.
Busiest music nerd.
PackGod may see himself as a god of roasting, but I see through you. You are god to nothing but middle schoolers. You are the lord of Corny.
While I disagree with a couple of points here and there, I won't deny this was a great video. Well edited, well packaged. PackGod. I don't think PackGod deserves the hate, you know, he just looks like your average white dude who says you up to girls on Snapchat. This video did significant damage, and PackGod's new video is getting clowned. Yogurt, Gert, PackGod, humble him. Shush yo chrome dome chicken bone Gert, up. Your grandma has an orange shirt. YouTube Shorts ain't ready for this comment section, bro. Damn is. Bro, I feel old as hell. I swear Subway Surfers is older than some of the people typing in this comment section. If you made it this far, you're obligated to subscribe to the channel, or else you'll be humbled by PackGod himself.
As the PackGod fanbase became known online to be this cringe organization, less people wanted to be a part of it. It's like the equivalent of having the cheese touch from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Nobody wants to be associated with it. And when you pair this with the ongoing memes that started to be made about PackGod, you get the result of your fanbase turning.
Me nowadays realizing PackGod was just some 4'11" dude who's cringe. Nah, I swear he keeps getting shorter. Love how most of the hate targeted towards PackGod is like just like him being short. You know, I can look past the fact he makes corny roast videos, but him being 5'1", 5'11", boo, unsub.
Tons of people clipped it and shared it all over the internet, and many regard this interaction as the downfall of his career.
I'm sorry, but white boy couldn't handle the smoke. This is what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force.
PackGod isn't even really 5'1". He proved it multiple times on stream.
I heard you were 5'1", bro.
Not 5'1", I'm not. Should I pull out my driver's license and take a picture and show you where it says my height?
No, bro was trying to pull out his driver's license. You know, as the kids would say, he just lost all his aura.
I'm not 5'1". But why are we hating so much on short people no matter what?
Subscribe to the channel if you're taller than PackGod. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.